Hey there YouTube, Kyle back at you again. Kyle's Creations. What we got in front of you is a 2000 Yamaha R6. And yeah, I know I haven't shown a lot of this bike. We've done a lot of work to this thing. She was pretty rough. It was laid down really bad. All the plastics were destroyed, handlebars broke off, the windshield's destroyed, all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to show you, we've got some aftermarket plastics. Now these are unpainted plastics, they're just the white. We kind of went with that because we had kind of a cool idea we'll talk about here in a second. We've done lots of this bike, but the reason for this video is to kind of talk to you about the fitment on these things. You got to be real careful on this bike here. See, the back half here is actually an R1 tail, not an R6 tail, and none of the, well, what it doesn't have, by the way, these, we've recovered the seats, so these are pretty nice. The problem is all your electronics, like your ECU and all that kind of stuff is all supposed to sit right inside of here where your battery box is. The bottom tail section of this doesn't actually go all the way up to your battery box. So what we had to do, well here, let me show you real quick. So this is where your battery would normally sit, down inside of here. And then you've got these little clips on the outside of the battery box which hold a lot of these, little things like this. But your ECU is supposed to sit right up underneath here, and there's supposed to be mounting points for it, like molded into the plastic, and there's nothing there. So be aware of that. And again, it's an R1 tail. I don't know how you can tell it's the R1 tail. Is that it's got the two pods as opposed to just a standard brake light like that. Now I looked a little bit in the 2000 R6. They do actually come with this R1 style tail light, okay? But it's in the later year. It's in the later model year of the 2000. So that's something to be very aware of too. Is that the early 2000s have that square tail light. Later 2000s have the dual tail light. But anyway, just kind of went over this bike, and the fitment issue, I mean, it's okay. It's not perfection. I mean, this is not factory stuff. It did come with a new windshield, which was nice. We polished the headlights on it and stuff, got those back to somewhat nice. Tires are in good shape on this bike. The only thing we've done to this bike though is we went through the carburetors, cleaned all that up, put a new air filter in it, and got her up and running. Have not actually ridden this bike, so it's a little scary still. Don't know if the transmission's any good or the clutches are any good, but and got our new shiny R6 cover, because that cover was destroyed and had a hole in it. New grips, new handlebars. I think she's going to be a pretty good little bike when she's all said and done. It does sound good when it runs. I only ran it for about 30 seconds just to see if she'd fire off. But I just wanted to let you know that just whenever you're buying one of these kits like this, make sure that you pay real close attention to each one of the pieces and go back and forth and double check it with with either a picture or your bike itself, just to make sure that it's going to work. But still got some parts on the way for this, turn signals, tail light, all that kind of stuff. And this bike's going to be kind of fun because it's going to be our Stormtrooper bike. And we're going to try to dress it up like it was, actually used by the Empire in Star Wars. But yeah, she's starting to turn into a good-looking bike. So, and any questions, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.